Hello and welcome back to Humanizer, our free and open source 3D character creator for Godot 4. It's based on MakeHuman and the MPFP2 plugin for Blender, which are also free and open source. So I wanted to show you this feature we've been working on, where you can add bone attachments to your assets. So if I equip the ponytail, and so if I hide it, then you can see there's a bone in there, and it lines up with the ponytail. And in the general skeleton, you can see that the ponytail bones have been added. So this is weighted to the bone. So if you change the rotation, you can see that the hair moves with it. So you can make it swing back and forth as the character runs. And then if you change the hair back to a different one, you can see that the bone will be removed. So it does take a little longer now. We're working on that because it's rebuilding the rig every time you equip a new asset in case there are bones that need to be added or removed. So, and this also works with the shape keys. So if you make the character smaller, you can see that the bones have been resized as well. So there they are, and you can still move them around. So this is really exciting if you want to add additional, if you want to have characters with wings or tails or big floppy ears or whatever that needs extra bones. You will be able to add them with this. So I think that's really cool. It does take some extra setup than a normal make clothes file, so I'll show you some of the stuff you'll have to do, although we have not finalized the workflow. This is still in the early stages of development, so Matt will be making a video on exactly how to get this working once we have figured everything out ourselves. So I just wanted to show you kind of what we've been doing though. But before I get into that, I did want to thank our patrons on Patreon: Terrence, Artigus, Alexander, Gregory, and Bert. Thank y'all so much for your contributions. We really appreciate it, and it helps keep this project free and open source, and so we can continue adding more features. So if you would like to support this project, I put a link to the Emberlight Studios Patreon in the description, and even a couple dollars a month would really help us out. So in addition to the OBJ and MHCLO files for your asset, you'll also need to create a blend file with the rigged bones that you want to add. So we have 3 here, and then you'll need to go into weight painting and assign the weights to the bones, and then you'll need to also run this script, which is included in the scripts folder. I think it's uv to id.py or something. But you'll need to run this, which essentially takes the Blender ID of the vertex and injects it into the UV2 field so that we can keep track of the original vertex IDs, because that's what the MHCLOs operate on, the MHCLO files operate on. So that's how, and then you'll export this as a GLB into the project as the same folder as your asset. And then it also needs to set the position. So currently I actually made a mesh where the vertices lined up with the bone positions. So we have 0, 1, 2, and then the final bone is the unweighted, like, neutral bone that it added on export. So I have 4 bones here essentially, and I'm using the new Make Human, which has Make Clothes actually integrated into it, which is very nice. So I thought that was pretty cool. But we're probably not going to do it like this. So basically, you have to line up the mesh with your skeleton and then export this as a clothes from Make Human as a MHClo file, and then I'm saving that as the skeleton MHClo extension, so it knows that it's different from just a regular MHClo file. And so this is a bit tedious. We might write a script to automate this so you can just import and export, but you do have to get the settings pretty much the same between the skeleton MHClo and the base. So probably Matt is working on writing the triangulation for the bone positions actually in Godot, so you wouldn't have to re-export from Make Clothes. You could just import the GLB and use it like that. So hopefully we can get that working, but this is what I'm doing right now in case you were looking around in the code and wondering what's going on. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.